hating myself like a motherfucker. Screenshot. Because this is the one thing that really like catapulted my trading career. That's TP1 right there. Yes, sir. That is a close at 1350. Morning, everybody. Right now it's about 8 in the morning. We're about to just get our day started for the most part. About to be on my way home. Yesterday we had an L day. Oh, the sun is about to be hitting. Yesterday we ended up having an L day. Lost about 1,000. It's all good. We can make that back plus more, because yesterday I was looking to risk 1,000 on one trade. I was possibly thinking of risking 1,000 if I can get a good enough setup, but the setups weren't valid enough, so I didn't risk the full 1,000 on each of the setups. So I just ended up risking the same old 500 and took 2 L's. So I had 2 L's from yesterday, and we're gonna see if we can make it back today. That's the idea. But if we don't, then we take an L and we're just not gonna trade tomorrow, because as you guys know, I have a rule in place. So essentially, if I lose 2 days in a row, I can't trade the third. If I win 2 days in a row, I can't trade the third. And what that does is it allows me to not overtrade, allows me to keep myself disciplined and not get in the phases of greed, get in the phases of fear of missing out, all of those different things. Alright, so right now we about to get right on into it. So as I said, yesterday we took a loss. I do have a couple of goals when it comes to trading for this week, and right now those goals are in drawdown essentially, but that doesn't mean nothing. I can still make it back in one trade. I'm really just trying to put risk on one trade today, and if the opportunity doesn't present itself, I will take the 2 trades, take 3 trades with lower risk if I have to. But ideally, if I can get one good position that can potentially get held to 1 to 2, 1 to 3, holding at the full position size, if I risk like 500 to 1,000, that's what I'm looking to get, because then I can get one trade that's going to make back all the loss from yesterday, plus maybe more. But at the end of the day, it's just a marathon. If I don't hit the goals this week, that's okay. The one thing you guys got to understand is when you start putting expectations on your trading, expectations just in general, and they're not met, that's what lead you to having emotions. That's what lead you to then going on tilt. That's what leads you to then doing all the things that self-sabotage yourself. But before we go over there and get live, make sure you guys comment, what is the type of strategy you guys use? How do you trade? Me personally, I trade false breaks and fair value gap fills aligned with time. And at the end of the day, you could trade any strategy and make money. It comes down to your risk management and what you're gonna do to allow yourself to be successful, as we all know. But let me know down below, how do you guys trade? What is the pairs you trade? I want to know what type of traders you are. I know we're all different, and I just kind of find it interesting to see how many different people trade different ways and actually are successful. So just let me know. Yes, sir. Let's get this shit. We got 12 people active. Let's get to work. I just got in now, boys. I got in at the gap. See, this is exactly what I wanted to see. The volume to come in here, and I want to see this shit take off from here. If I'm wrong, it'll take my marbles. Ooh. Come on, get TP1 now. I just wish I only have a 30-point stop, so this is only gonna be a 1 to 2, but that's TP1 right there. We still in the trade. This is taking a little while. It's about to be 10 o'clock. Ideally, I want to see it keep going, but I'm break even, so if I can take another trade, it's cool. But nonetheless, stops break even. We're trying to see us go for this previous high. Come on, Naz. Yeah, get to the high. Until it gets to the high, though, I ain't worried too much. Yeah, I'm waiting for these highs. Once it gets to that previous day's high, I'm out of that thing. Naz is doing numbers. First trade ended up getting stopped at break even. We dropped back into it at 10 o'clock. Same risk, same target at the previous day's high, 30-point stop loss. Now, unfortunately, we didn't make no money. We didn't make no money. I am watching this possible trade still, but I ended up taking 1 break even, and then I cut my second trade short, but that would have hit stop loss regardless. But overall, I can't even be mad at it, because at the end of the day, the trade idea played out. It just didn't fully play out. I didn't get TP2. I only got TP1, and the second trade I took was the same exact trade that I took the first time. I was just testing it again at 10 o'clock because price came and broke me even. But I cut it short for about $200 out of about the $500 risk. So I can't be too mad. We kept risk small and we managed risk. But I am watching a trade because there is still risk left for the day and there's no trading on Friday. So that's why this week I was very specifically trying to get a target. But at the end of the day, like I told you guys this morning, all targets aren't going to get hit. And you got to be okay with that. You can have expectations, but you got to understand what it's going to do to you psychologically. It's all about awareness. You can see I'm down like 300 on the count. I'm in longs right from this area. I don't have it on the chart because I'm gonna have it on my phone. But this is the area I'm watching. At that line, I want to see price get a push to reach for those highs. But we shall see. Only time will tell. Move my stops to break even. Alright, right now just got done the gym. Good little workout. I ain't record too much, to be honest, just because there was a guy in there and I wasn't trying to be that guy. But right now I'm about to go get gas for the car, go wash the car, clean the inside a little bit, because I got a friend that's coming down to Tampa from Philly, so I might link up with him, and I don't think he's seen the car, so I gotta show it to him nice and clean. You know how it would be. But I also just gotta clean it, so I'm gonna do that, and I'll just see you guys at the car wash, to be honest. Oh, now that's 1100 in the car. Yeah, I know how to do it. All right, it's time to get this motherfucker clean. Nice and clean now. Nice and clean. It's like one side got dried and the other one didn't. Still waiting patiently. Still haven't got to TP. Still waiting. Probably gonna see where that line is, right around that 18600. That's where I'm honestly thinking I'm gonna take some off, just because this is being real slow. Come on, I got the doink ready. I'm about to go pick up my girl. Come on. Hit that TP. 12 honey bun. Should I close it? Did I close it? I want to see if it's going to hit that full TP right here at that black dotted line. That's where I want to see it come to. I'm going to give it a couple seconds. I want to see what it does by 12 o'clock. We got a couple minutes. But let me get on this drive. I got a little bit to go. For the day, once I close this trade, I'm up 980. I'm almost up a thou. Yup, thou. And that's at about 1300. So we're going to close at about 1350. Yo, don't do what I'm doing. Don't trade and drive. But we about to hit 1350, nigga. Screenshot. Yo, I'm incriminating myself like a motherfucker. 1330. 1350. No, I thought that was 50. Fuck. 1350. That shit got hit. I'm closing right here. Yes, sir. That is a close at 1350. Be out. But I was just doing this there. Don't trade and drive unless you're trained professional with over 4 years of trading and driving experience. Okay? But the trade ended up hitting. We got all the way out, and it ended up being kind of perfect because it hit our TP. Where we got out, it ended up coming back down and ranging a little bit. So at the end of the day, we got a really good exit. We ended the day at a plus $1,100 in profit. I can show you guys. So right now, if we look at the positions for today, but you can see that first trade with the loss is what I cut the NAS 100 trade for short. I cut it short at about $235, and I was risking 600. So that's about, I cut it for 33% of what I was really risking. So it was a small loss, and I made all of that back plus more on the second trade, which made me $1,380 on the NAS 100 longs. At the end of the day, I took the same trade idea multiple times today. It was very choppy. This week has been very choppy, and we don't have Trading Friday. So it's looking like an okay week. But at the end of the day, we hit the gym already, and our trade is over. So at the end of the day, the only thing I have to do now is continue making content, continue to stay productive when it comes to promoting my businesses, when it comes to keeping my mind off the charts. Because now that I'm done, it's about 12:10 right now. I don't want to be on the charts anymore. After being on the charts from 9 a.m. all the way to 12 a.m. mentally, I'm not trying to be on that. I was even on the charts mentally at the gym. And it's just, if you know, you know. But right now, I'm about to get my girl, and then we about to get the day productive started. I don't know if I'm going to go see my friend or not yet. He still hasn't told me what time he lands, so it is what it is. If you're watching this, fuck you. And as you guys know, all this was caught out in here. I'm pretty sure you guys saw it, but I was just letting them all know how the trade went, how much I was risking, showing them everything, basically the trade, how long I was in the trade, just everything. And I also had, this is where the trade idea was. So this is where I was telling them I was watching, and that was at like 11 o'clock. So it's still within that 10 o'clock hour. I was scoping it, and it all ended up playing out. I wasn't even the only one that caught trades today. We got Cortez. He got some longs on NAS 100. He has some longs on gold also. We had Kino. He had some good trades. Kino had a good 1 to 2 trade. Everybody ate today. Today was a successful day, and the community is only getting bigger and better. 58 members, and most of you guys joined this month. The sky's the limit. We're going to have 1,000 soon, 2,000 soon, and we're going to take over the fucking world, one trade at a time, one day at a time, one opportunity at a time.
I can't tell.
Looks like a guy.
Right?
Yeah. The nose. Nose and like jaw. It looks like him. Look at the comments.
Him Kardashian. He look like a man.
Yo, let me show y'all what this dog right here just did. Yeah, you right there. You're a bad girl. You're a bad girl. See, we about to. She got into A mango drink. Like, bro, a mango. Why were you even taking it under the bed? Why? Why'd you try to pull it over here? How'd you get it from over here to here without spilling it? I just got done cleaning my floors after my dog just finessed the shit out of them. I vacuumed everything. I just cleaned the crib for the most part. It's still early. Got it done within like an hour. But I wanted to talk about risk to reward because this is the one thing that really like catapulted my trading career. The thing that changed that made me go from a break-even trader or even go from a losing trader to a break-even trader and then from a break-even trader to a profitable trader, in my opinion, was proper risk to reward. And by risk to reward, I've said this multiple times, so everybody that's heard this before, just understand that every day there's someone new that watches my videos and they might not know this. And this is very crucial information. But risk to reward, for every dollar you're risking, you should be targeting $2, $3 minimum. Some people like to risk $1 to make $1. Now, me personally, I don't like to do that. I like to make sure my trades are 2 to 3 times bigger than all my losses. For example, today I took a very small loss for $200. I was originally risking $600, but I cut that trade short with about a $230 loss, but then my win was $1,300. I made $1,100 on top of losing that $230, and the only way I was able to do that was because I used proper risk reward. I make sure that every single one of my trades is 2 to 3 times bigger than all my losses. Now, I don't win every trade. I had one break-even trade and I lost a trade. Well, essentially I cut it short, but it would have hit stop loss regardless. It's still a loss. And then I had one win. I don't need to win every single trade to be able to make money. I just got to make sure that all my trades that do win are significantly bigger than all my losses. Throw on. Wait. Damn, I got to put it away first. Yo, why you so close?
I'm just getting started and I need to save money. Busy gave me the best service for the best.
Just like that, I'm back at the crib. So today overall was a successful day. Like I told you guys, risk to reward is the main thing you want to be focused on in this video. If there's one thing you take from this video, is understanding the importance of risk to reward, because without having a positive and having a high risk to reward, an average risk to reward per trade, I simply wouldn't be making money on trades. I would simply be losing the money that I make. But in reality, the fact that I have trades that are 2 to 3 times bigger than my losses, even if I take 2 to 3 losses, one trade is going to make it all back, plus more, or make that whole entire trade back. So it allows me to take losses, but I still be able to make money overall. So with that being said, this is where I ended off. I'm about to spend the rest of my night editing the vlog, getting it all posted up, talking to everybody inside the VIP Trading Network, talking to everybody inside the private inner circle, just replying to comments, all of the stuff that you guys necessarily, all the interaction with you guys. So with that being said, make sure you comment if you have any questions. Just let me know. Make sure you check out the free course if you do want to get involved in trading. If you do want to learn how to trade and want to learn how to make money online, check it out. It's completely free and has everything you need. Then once you're ready to get experience and start actually using the things that you learned in the course live, that's when you can actually join the VIP Trading Network and trade live like you guys see me do every single day with everybody here. So with that being said, after having a successful day is over, I'm about to come back tomorrow, fresh new opportunities just like that. So stay safe, stay productive, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.